It's time for our daily dose of cope, and we have Suko the black cat filling in at the correspondence desk. The face that she's eating today says, I thought you were going to make America great for me. What about me? We need to talk about some of these poors because they thought they were going to own a lib and now they can barely own their own life. Let's jump into it. We have Donna Freeman. She is a true Trump fan. This is one of her pictures on her Facebook page saying, I stand with President Trump. This was last summer. This was this past November. She has an ornament that says MAGA, and I guess this is Donald Trump's scriggly signature. So she is all about MAGA and Trump. Here she is talking to Donald Trump. You know how he keeps on talking about how everything is thriving and the economy is great and everything. She says not for seniors, and have him stop saying no tax on Social Security. It is only up to $6,000. So he lies every time he says that. Devote supporter since 2015 and work hard for his reelection. As a disabled senior, am not thriving at all with COVID prices. They are not going down to pre-COVID prices. He must tell MFG, maybe that's manufacturer, to go back to those prices before 2020. What happened to Doge $5,000 in tariff refund, especially to seniors? Zero, nothing. More lies. He is losing my 10-year support. I roll my eyes when he speaks. Money, money, money is all he cares about. Not God, not people. He uses God and people for his agenda to make more money. So she's about to pull back her support, her 10-year support. Yes, Donna, because you are poor MAGA, and poor MAGA gets no consideration. Let's check out this next Dear Don letter. Here's Teresa saying, Dear Don, where's the money you said was coming to the citizens this month? Made America great again? Shaking my head. What happened to promises made, promises kept? She says, I voted for Trump 3 damn times, but I did not vote for this expensive economy where poor people can't afford the necessities to even live. Furthermore, for those lucky enough to get food stamps, I do not agree with the changes this administration is making. What you eat is none of the government's damn business. Seems as though MAGA has turned into let's wipe Americans out. Randy said to Teresa, to hell with tariffs. I can't even get parts for my lawnmower. And to that, Teresa says, it's really hard for us. I realize the government has given way more than a damn fortune to illegals. Shaking my damn head. What happened to promises made, promises kept? Where's all that money that's supposed to be coming this month? He said to the citizens. Food higher, gas high. Yeah, he can brag about damn eggs, but even though they're less than before, they're still too damn high. Now, Janelyn responds to Teresa as well, saying, the only good thing about this, Teresa, is you woke up. You're finally seeing what's going on. I did the same thing. I voted for him 3 times, and that last time I was very hesitant, and I should not have. I did not go with what the Holy Spirit told me to do, and I repented for that ever since. It is hard enough to swallow, knowing that you've been bamboozled this whole time, and he is working us right into the New World Order. So just keep a close eye out on it, and don't get fooled by all these other ones that are right there with them. The old saying, different wings, same bird. We are nothing but a kabuki theater that they are watching. And yes, God did put him there for a reason, but it wasn't for the reason why everyone thinks. And I pray that everyone gets their eyes open like you did. So she voted, oh goodness gracious, she voted for him 3 times, but now she has her eyes wide open. Does it matter? We're in this because of these people. Talking about she didn't listen to the Holy Spirit. This Holy Spirit just comes and goes, and it's just willy-nilly and can always get something blamed on it, good or bad. Let's move on to this post from the Leopards Ate My Face. This person captioned this one, the Golden Corral Girls, Arkansas's answer to the Golden Girls, voted for Trump because they don't think a woman should be president. They are now upset that Trump's big, beautiful bill does nothing for everyday Americans and that Trump is only stoking division and attacking political opponents. A group of political scholars in Arkansas voted for Trump to put the country back on track. They are now upset that Trump is targeting racial minorities and blaming all the issues he faces on Biden. They are also bewildered by the fact that Trump is decreasing taxes on billionaires when increasing that tax by only 1 or 2% would do wonders for the deficit. Okay, let's just look at what this person is talking about. I'm gathering that her name is Tina from the comment section, but Tina says, okay, rant for the day. I voted for Trump not because I thought he would do miraculous things, but because I thought he was the best we had to choose from. And I don't believe a woman should sit in that position. Yeah, I said it. Now that he is sitting president, I hear rumors of good things and some not so good. Well, me as an American, am tired of hearing about Elon Musk and Doge. If he did his job, great. Now let's see some results. 2, move on from Joe Biden and his family. Obviously, there are more crooks in D.C. than honest people. 3, start to move forward. Stop living in the past. That's why it's called past. Move forward and make changes, positive changes. 4, work for America, all of America, not wealthy, not poor, not middle class, not blacks, not whites, all of America. Just stop it. You say make America great again? Well, let's start. But she didn't tag Donald Trump, so how's he going to see her Facebook post? So Tina is married to Dennis, according to this comment. So this person says, so what you're officially stating is that Dennis is the actual boss of the family after all. I 100% agree with points 1 through 4. And then Tina says, I like to let him think that. The person at the top says, I agree. We voted for Trump because there was not any other option. His big, beautiful bill does zero for middle-class Americans who bear the brunt of the taxes. Think how quickly the national debt would go down if they would increase taxes on billionaires by just 1 or 2%. Then she says, can you make this shareable? I agree 100%. I would love to see the Bidens prosecuted, but it's time to move on and quit dwelling on the past 4 years. This person says, well said. You might want to put the Bill Blaster app on your phone. It has all our representatives and senators' phone numbers, emails, in case you ever wanted to send messages out very easily. The next person says, well said, Tina. This next woman says, nailed it. And then the next woman says, yes. They do not believe that women should be in any leadership capacity. This next woman says, I agree with you also. I voted for Trump. He was the only option we had. I also do not believe a woman should hold that position. I make it a point to not talk about politics, but you stated all the points right there. Very well said. And so that's the thing. They really don't believe that women should be in politics yet. They think that a senile, dementia-riddled old man should be in the position, and that's the reason why we're getting what we got. At the very bottom, this person says, this is one time I wholeheartedly agree with you, Tina. More motivation posted in the Leopards ate my face saying, when you revel in other people losing their jobs, but end up losing your own job, karma. All right, so Tagna says, all of U.S. aid to be laid off Friday. The CIA employees offered buyouts. I can't wait to see what Elon Musk and Doge are going to find at the Treasury Department. Our country has need this cleanse for far too long. It's time to give back to our citizens rather than everyone else. That was back in February. And then May, Tagna says, Trump supporter here, so don't take this the wrong way, but I am literally at home on unemployment after being laid off from a steel company. It's far from being back and roaring. Yeah, because tariffs have jacked up everything, but you cheered when people got fired, so what are you going to do now, Tagna? We have another how it started and how it's going. I love this person. This person, More Motivation, puts out some good posts. Bob in November, this past November, says, look, Demos, people have spoken. Now do your jobs and shut up. You've had 4 years to set America back, and now America needs to recover. So that was back in November. That's Bob. Fast forward to now, Bob is saying, I voted for Trump, but this stimulus check he promised from tariffs has be a fat lie. Time to put up, you billionaire doofus Maggie. Doofus McGee. That's what this person, doofus, Jesus, what a doofus. And then the next person says, it took me a minute to realize he meant doofus McGee. And then the next person says, it took me reading your comment to realize that's what he was trying to say. And then they're saying Kofifi or whatever, however you say Kofifi. These people, poor MAGA, dumb MAGA, the circle just overlaps. It's wild that I have so many stories, but this is not FAFO, but this is part of the cope. Watching how the press office of Gavin Newsom is typing in all caps is hilarious. So this was a post from yesterday. You see August 13th. It says, wow. Starting it out with wow is hilarious to me. I have been laughing at these people typing in Trumpinese since yesterday. So he says, wow, tomorrow history will be made. And look at how he says Carolinian. He made these lowercase, but everything else is capital. Caroline Levitt will have no answers for the supposed fake media about California's beautiful maps. People are saying they are the greatest maps ever created, even better than Christopher Columbus. Donald the failure Trump, be warned, tomorrow may be the worst day of your life, all because you missed the deadline. Liberation Day for America, GCN. So that was yesterday at 6:17 p.m. This one made me laugh. Daniel says, assuming this isn't a parody account, I can't believe a state governor would act like this. We have a president of the United States doing this. This is how Trump talks. If it's okay for Trump to be like this, why isn't it okay for Governor Newsom to say, wow? Caroline Levitt is hilarious. This person thinks that Caroline is also hilarious. We have to put that in our back pockets. That's how she will be referred to from now on, Caroline. So this was the post from this morning. It says, Donnie J and Caroline Levitt will have their little hands full, and full is in quotes, today. Whoops. I, Gavin Christopher Newsom, America's favorite governor, many say, will host the greatest press conference of all time. After that, the maps, and that's in quotes, will soon be released. Very much anticipated. History made. The GOP's rigged game is over. The people retake Congress. You're welcome. America, Liberation Day. That is what many are calling it. Thank you for your attention to this matter. GCN. So this person doesn't appreciate the fact that Gavin Newsom's press office is making fun of Donnie. So he said right here, this is Gavin Newsom telling them, use all caps. That'll show them we're serious. It's obvious this is sarcasm, but Thomas says, this is the cringiest attempt at grabbing some alpha male energy I've ever seen. Epic fail. And he says, grabbing some alpha male energy. Like, Trump has alpha male energy? Seriously? Really? I want to remind us all what Trump looks like. I'm just reminding us, this is alpha male. This is peak alpha male. You're welcome. Sackhead Sean says, you trying to mock the president is adorable. I remember we used to do this in elementary school to teachers. However, trying to make this sort of post the focus over the actual attempt to change the law so Gavin can run for president is transparent. The thing is, Trump is always insulting people. Like, if it's okay for Trump to do this, why isn't this okay? I think that everybody's press office needs to be doing this. Mock him. He's a joke. And that's what Nate says. He isn't mocking. He's talking like him, if you haven't noticed. Then Gavin Newsom showed this video. It says, Border Patrol has showed up at our big, beautiful press conference. We will not be intimidated. And then we got this one. Beyond the beautiful, perfect maps, Donald J. Trump has much bigger problems. Soon, I, Gavin C. Newsom, will be sharing records that should concern him. I didn't want to release them out of respect for the office of the president, not the president, but Mike Littleman Johnson's House Oversight Committee has requested them. Whoops. Won't be pretty for Donnie J. Many are saying it could be the final nail in his long career of lying. This and the maps. It's over. And that's in quotes. Thank you for your attention to this matter. GCN. We got to stay abreast to all of these posts in all of these caps. He is really hollering. And then this morning he shares this post. Fox News calls Trump lowest polling president in recent history, and then shares this clip from Fox News. Fox News calls Trump lowest polling president in recent history. And what they're doing on Fox is reading the tweet. This lady in green is so irritated by these posts. You should see the disgust on her face. This is all hysterical to me. But go ahead and watch this video and then share a laugh with me. I thought that this was hilarious.
Gavin Newsom is in on the act now, firing back at Trump about the redistricting. On X last night, Donald Trump, you see all the caps, right? Do you notice the style? You see what's going on here, right? Donald Trump, the lowest polling president in recent history. This is your second to last warning. The next one is the last one. Stand down now or California will counterstrike legally to destroy your illegal crooked maps in red states. Press conference coming, hosted by America's favorite governor, Gavin Newsom. Final warning next. You won't like it. Thank you for your attention to this matter.